Well, on a bright, sunny morning after 3 days of typhoon-related rain, a huge crowd here at Fuji Motor Speedway, ready for the start of the penultimate race in the FIA World Endurance Championship, and the first time for this year's huge hypercar field in Japan. Toyota dominated in qualifying, a 1-2 result. They locked out the front row of the grid. Porsche Penske Motorsport on row 2, but not for long. Look at Laurens Vanthoor on the inside track, almost running over the Toyota in his eagerness to get by. They all went off. Contact between the 50 Ferrari and the number 5 Porsche, but it was car number 6, Laurens Vanthoor, who emerged from the confusion in the first corner as the race leader, and the Cadillac as well, coming through from the third row of the grid up into the top 3. But Ferrari had a great strong start as well. Toyota being maybe cautious and careful, trying to avoid contact, but the number 8 car got a biff all the same. In the GTE Am class, spin from Luis Perez Compact, just touching the car guys, Kessel Racing Ferrari, everybody else getting away, but he rolled back into the gravel. He got stranded, the safety car was out. The punctured tyre on the Porsche was changed. They fueled as well. If you enter when the safety car is out, you must come in again and at least do a drive through the pit lane. They did not. They are now serving a penalty for that. Tomonobu Fuji starting the D station Aston Martin on his home racetrack, getting the lead right from the start from poleman Ben Keating. Then later in the race, Mike Conway trying to get around the outside of the 50 Ferrari of Miguel Molina without luck. This stage, Ferrari holding off the Toyotas. Ben Keating and Sarah Bovey battling as ever for second place. Keating outbraking himself and giving it away to the the Porsche driver. Antonio Felix da Costa and Harry Tincknell in the 2 privateer Porsches, working their way past the Peugeots. The 94 car being driven by Loic Duval, also being held up by his teammate. They swap places, and then Tincknell and da Costa both moving up as the Porsches got into the meat of the first stint of the race. And then the first crack in Ferrari's armour. Mike Conway down the inside of James Calado to go by him, followed by Sebastian Buemi. Buemi on the outside line, slipstreaming past on the straight, making a fairly conventional pass, but Conway having to work much harder to get by the 50 car Miguel Molina. At this stage, this was the lead battle because the number 6 Porsche was just about to pit. 6 coming in from the lead early, and the number 8 Toyota also taking advantage at turn 1 and squeezing by the Ferraris as they worked up towards the first pit stops, nearly at the end of the first hour of racing. They can't quite run an hour in hypercar, so short stints are going to be the case. Number 6 Porsche is now back in front after the first hour and a quarter nearly of the race.